is Rizal Medi de la Peña, and our topic is General Method of Decision Analysis. So, what is decision analysis? It's a set of quantitative decision-making techniques of decision situation in which uncertainty exists. So, ito yung isang set ng mga technique sa pagsasagawa ng decision para sa sitwasyon ng decision na kung saan walang kasiguraduhan. So, uncertainty can be classified into two types. So, first is subjective probability, is the degree of belief to occurrence of events. Ito ay ang antas ng paniniwala sa pagkakaroon ng mga pangyayari. Second is objective probability, can be derived either based on historical occurrence or based on experimentations. Ito ay maaaring makuha batay sa kasaysayan o eksperimentong pangyayari. Next is consistency requirements is tinatawag ito ng PA plus PB is equal to A ay equal to 1. Tinatawag ito na consistency requirements. Next is elements of decision problem. We have 4 common elements. So first is alternative course of action. Involve 2 or more options or alternative course of action. One and only of this alternative must be selected. So ito ang nasangkutan ng dalawa o higit pa sa mga option o alternative. Paraan ng pagkilos, kailangan pumili ng isa sa mga alternatibo na dapat piliin na makakatulong sa paggawa ng decision. So, pangalawa is the state of nature are factors that affect the outcome of decision but are beyond control of decision makers. Ito ay mga salik na nakakaapekto sa resulta ng isang desisyon, ngunit hindi kontrolado ng mga tao gawa ng decision. 3 is payoff table is the combination for each possible combination of alternative course of action and state of the nature. Ito naman ang mga kombinasyon para sa bawat posibleng kombinasyon pa sa mga alternatibong paraan ng pagkilos at kalagayan ng kalikasan. Fourth is last is uncertainty about what state will be occur, however, chose creation that result in the largest payoff. Tungkol sa anong estado ng pangyayari, subalit piliin ang kriteryo ng pagre-resulta sa pinakamalaking payoff. So, types of decision-making environment. So, type of decision people make depends on how much knowledge or information they have about the situation. Ito ay uri ng desisyon na ginagawa ng mga tao ay nakasalalay sa dami ng kaalaman o impormasyon na kanila na mayroong tungkol sa mga sitwasyon. So, mayroon tayo dito is type of decision-making uncertainty. So, decision makers know which certainly the consequence of a very alternative that will maximize their well-being or will result in the least of outcome. So, this is the example. So, let's say you have $100 to invest for a 1-year period. One alternative is to open a savings account paying 6 interest, and another is to invest a government treasury bond paying 10% interest. Both investments are secure and guaranteed, but treasury bond will pay higher return. You can choose that one. So, pipili tayo ng dapat pumili ng mas malaking percent na kung tayo ay mag-invest, dapat malaki din yung balik sa atin. So, So, decision making under risk. Decision makers now that the probability of occurrence of each outcome. So examples is the probability of being dealt a club is 0.25. The probability of rolling a 5 on a die in 1/6. In decision making under risk, the decision making attempt to maximize this or expected will be in decision theory models for business problems. In this environment, typically employ two equivalent criteria: maximize of expected monetary value and minimization of expected loss. So next is decision making under certainty. Decision maker does not know the probability of the various outcome. So example is the probability that PNB personnel will be president of Bangladesh 25 years from now now is not known. Sometimes it's possible to access the probability of success of new undertaking or product. So, decision making under rest is a probabilistic decision solution. Several possible states of nature may occur each with given probability. So, decision making under rest, there are three types of method or criteria available which will be help to decision makers. So, EBM is the weight sum of possible payoff for each alternative. So, ibig sabihin na EBM is expected mandatory value. So, EBM alternative, payoff of state of nature times probability of first state of nature plus payoff of second state of nature times probability of second state of nature plus payoff the last state of nature times probability of the last state of nature. So, yan yung example ng expected mandatory value. So dito tayo magpo-focus ng table.
McDouglas
National chain fast food restaurant has been offering traditional selection of hamburger, fries, soft drink, at iba pa. The company what to introduce breakfast items to the menu. Breakfast items are relatively easy to prepare and would not require a large capital outlay for additional cooking requirements. Most important such items will be sold in the morning when the demands of the company's traditional products has been very weak, however, because so decision making under arrest. A is many people are known to skip breakfast, or B, the company does not know how competitors may react the demand of the product in uncertainty. So they considered three levels of consumer demand: strong, average, and weak. There are two alternative acts available to
McDouglas.
First is the Act 1 is introduce breakfast items, and A2 is to not introduce breakfast item. And three possible state of demand of the nature is S1 is strong demand, S2 is average demand, and S3 is weak demand. So the management develop a set of payoff for each act state combination. The payoff considered such items is capital outlay, depreciations policies, training cost, additional advertising expenditure, and so on. Act A2 do not introduce breakfast items and zero payoff for all states. There will be no incremental revenue cost associated with this decision. So this is the payoff table according to the data. This is the table. So this is the strong demand, and this is the arc 135 negative 15, and this the up to is 0 0 0, and this the probability states 2.2, 0.4, and 0.4. So, paano ba natin makukuha ang kanilang EVM? EMP. So, times lang natin tong 30 times 0.2. So, sagot is 6, diba? Try nyo i-times sa inyong calculator. 6. Tapos ito naman is 5 times 0.4 is 2. And ito naman is negative 15 times 0.4 is 6. Yung act number 1 natin is siya yung panalo kasi means nun, kalagay ka dyan is A1 is the optimal act. So, and to this breakfast items. So, pwede silang gumawa ng breakfast sa kanilang restaurant kasi mas maraming nag-vote na gumawa ng breakfast para sa kapag gusto mag-breakfast sa kanilang restaurant, pwede silang kumain. So, that's all my topic. Thank you!